What's up, chunks? So I now live in Minneapolis, which is the best city of all time. I was going on a walk the other day and I saw a bunch of African Americans fighting each other outside of a preschool, which when you see that happening, it's most likely a baby mama issue. So I wasn't trying to get involved. We live in the Somali slums, which is not a diss at Somalian people. They're great. It's just the area we're in is pretty slummy. But we have a lot of people that smoke crack around where we live. And I've never done crack. I don't really plan on ever doing crack. But these guys make it seem so chill. Like you hear crack and you're like, oh, they're probably like eating other people. They're just sitting outside. They're just sitting outside doing crack. God forbid a guy wants to do crack. And we have like a gate that goes to where we park our car, parking lot. And for some reason, they love to do crack right at the gate. So it's like whenever I come home, I gotta like shoo them away, you know? And they're so nice. They're like, yeah, sorry, my bad, I'll leave. And it's like, nah, you can be here. I just need to get my car through here, so you guys gotta move for a second. It's like herding cattle, which sounds crazy. I don't mean it in a derogatory way, but it is a lot of just waving at people. About a week ago, me and Ken were like coming home from something, and there was a bunch of them at the gate, so we had to like, herd them over there. But there was one of them that was like so out of it that he kept trying to come into the gate, and the gate takes forever to close, so we were like, let's just stand here. Because once you get into the gate, you can't get out unless you know the passcode. So the ringleader of like the people doing crack was like tackling him because he kept trying to get into the gate, and he would just jump on him and put him in a headlock and like tackle him to the ground. And then the guy would get up and try again. I was like, thank you, bro. Thank you. You're literally saving this guy's life from being stuck in a gate on crack. So I like him. I don't mind him at all. I just didn't want the guy to be locked in the gate and have no access to more crack. So Ken got a job at Cub Foods, which he works as an overnight stalker for. But that means that our sleep schedules are totally different. It's like having a long distance relationship, basically, where you're in two different time zones. Because there's maybe like max 4 hours we get in a day where we can actually see each other. So he gets home at 5 a.m., right? Say I wake up at 8. He doesn't wake up until like 4 p.m. So 8 hours, me just sitting in silence. I'm like a Buddhist monk. Ken is very into philosophy and politics, so we've been debating a lot. Not like debating, like arguing, like we've actually been talking about things, which sounds so stupid to say out loud. But after all this talk about philosophy, I have one thing to say, and that it's kind of stupid. Every famous philosopher that you've ever heard of was like a virgin loser. Sure, they talked to people, but they didn't talk to all of the people. It's just one guy like thinking he knows more than everybody else about everything. It's like, you're a loser, bro. It's just cope, I think. They're like, oh, I'm a loser. Maybe I should start giving my opinion about everything. Which, if you think about it, is how every religion and political party was formed. I feel like philosophers should be the guys that talk to the most people. Because if you're going to speak for the people, talk to them. In my eyes, Mr. Beast is a philosopher. It's like when politicians think they know best for the people. You don't. Because I'm a young guy, and everything in politics that I've been aware of has been just screwing over normal working people. So go out and have a conversation. Also, if philosophers were trying to make a change, they wouldn't invent all these giant words to just explain like a simple thing. People are like, oh, I'm an individualist. And it's like, we have words for that. You don't have to make up a new term or definition for something we already have words for. If you really wanted to reach the masses, you dumb it down a little bit for laymen like me. I guess that's what makes philosophy engaging, is that there's no answer. So it's an endless debate. It's an endless chore of a debate. It's like when you see people on TikTok live debating each other about politics, and you're like, who is this for? Who is sitting down and watching this? These are a bunch of dumb people talking to each other publicly. Not everybody should be allowed to talk. I don't think even I should. I've been thinking about fat maxing recently. I think I'm inspired by the greats, Chris Farley, Stavros Hakis, Ariana Grande. It's funny, back in the day, if you were fat, you'd get a job from it. You'd go to the circus and be like, I'm the fattest man alive. And they're like, here's $1 grillion. Nowadays, you have to pay to be fat. What kind of economy are we living in? I'm gonna give you my final thoughts about the Big M. I think this is the perfect place for me. I like cities that have a lot to do, but also are not busy all the time. And Minneapolis never seems to be busy. You can find parking all the time, and you don't have to pay $1 grillion for it. Like in LA, you would have to pay money just to leave your house because you got to put your car somewhere, and it's not walkable at all. and the metro system doesn't really work. Here, walkable. Metro is beautiful. We got a car and you could park it wherever you want without paying. Literally, that's all I ask for. I hate the feeling of leaving the house and just being immediately exploited by capitalism for no reason. Just to exist, you gotta pay a bunch of money to a bunch of different people. Like, I get notifications from Apple that I'm paying them $15 a month. They won't tell me what it's for. I don't know what I'm paying $15 a month for. And then they're like, your iCloud storage is full. What is the point of cloud storage if it gets full? That's the whole thing. Remember back in the day when you could just save as many pictures as you want anywhere for free and it was fine? And then companies found out you can start making money off of this. And now I gotta pay to have a picture of my mom in my phone. If you break it down, like, what are we talking about? Anyway. Arby's takeover is happening soon. I will see you guys there. Super excited. Come to the conclusion that anybody who doesn't like Arby's is not a munch, which should be celebrated in society. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember who you are.